Hey guys, Gary Everhart, and welcome to the Oxnard Beach Marina Neighborhood Newsletter. Today we were at the Fisherman's Wharf getting ready to talk to Michael Tripp, who is the County of Ventura Harbor Director. Great guy, came with 20 years of experience before taking this position here at the County of Ventura. He helped develop the Marina del Rey Harbor. A lot of knowledge, got a great team to work with. I'm very excited to share this interview with you.
My background is I spent my first 20 years working in LA County. The entire time I worked in the coastal zone. The first 10 years I worked for the Department of Regional Planning, and there I processed permits for everything from houses to apartment complexes and hotels and things like that. The last part of my career at Regional Planning, I was the planner in charge of Marina del Rey, and so while I was there I processed their local coastal program amendment. It was a big one to update their document. And so after that I started working for the Department of Beaches and Harbors, which is very similar to my job right now. They're in charge of Marina del Rey, and it's the same kind of situation as Channel Islands Harbor, where county owns all the land and they put it out on long-term land leases, and so they look to develop it and improve that. And so I worked for the Department of Beaches and Harbors for 10 years, and at the end there I was the chief of planning. But the reason I wanted to come over to this harbor was because I'd done a lot in Marina del Rey, and we'd really improved the place. It was similar to the way Channel Islands is right now, where they had a bunch of 1960s buildings that were getting dilapidated, and there's really not looking their best anymore. And so when I took over there, we changed everything, turned it into a new marina, and like I was saying earlier, we ran out of stuff to do. We did improvements to the parks and stuff like that, but eventually got to the point where there weren't a lot of parcels to work with anymore. And so when I saw the job for Channel Islands Harbor came up, I thought it was a great opportunity, because it's another situation where a harbor just has huge potential, and I'd like to see it become something better, something that people really want to go to and enjoy.
So are there any similarities between the two harbors that you recommend, that you see, and is there anything that you think that you can take from your experience there that you can bring over here that work there?
Oh yeah, they're very, very similar. It's the same kind of situation where the county owns the property and they're leasing out the parcels, and they also have some control over the land use. So the county has a lot of power in deciding what they want to put there and what can happen. One big difference is that we do have Oxnard. They have a local coastal program that's also over this harbor, and so if we wanted to do anything that was not consistent with our current plan, we need to get Oxnard's permission, which is it makes things a little more difficult. But it's the same kind of thing. I see a lot of potential here, because this is all basic two-story 1960s architecture. Most of it's blocking the ocean, so if you're driving in the street, you can't see through it, and so it's the same basic situation. You can go in there, modernize things, and also you can make them a lot more appealing to the public. Same thing in Marina del Rey. You had a lot of times where you had the structures built 10 feet away from the sea, and so there wasn't really any room for the public to have kind of walkways and stuff like that. So as we redevelop the properties here, we have a lot of opportunity to put in promenades and things like that. And also, just like in Marina del Rey, our parks here, they're a little old. They haven't had any money put into them lately, and so I see a lot of potential there to make improvements to the park so that the public can come out here and have something free to enjoy.